Welcome to Awakening the Lattice. Before Awakening the Lattice had a name, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. And like most people, I was looking for answers outside of myself. At one point, I was asked to stop and simply ask the body what this disease was asking for. When I woke the next morning, what I heard wasn't dramatic. It wasn't mystical. It was very clear. Your body is a healing mechanism. Find the balance. That sentence changed everything for me. What I came to understand is that healing isn't about forcing the body to do something. It's about restoring balance across the nervous system and the body's inner technology, so nothing is overloaded, nothing is suppressed, and the system can do what it already knows how to do. Awakening the Lattice was born from that understanding.
For a long time, we've been taught that the brain is the command center of the body, the place where intelligence lives and decisions are made. But science is now confirming something ancient traditions intuited long ago. The body is not a hierarchy. It is a conversation. At the center of that conversation lies the enteric nervous system, the vast neural network embedded in the gut, sometimes called the brain in the belly. Understanding this system doesn't just change how we think about digestion. It changes how we understand intuition, anxiety, trauma, perception, and coherence itself. The living lattice is the body's integrated communication and coherence network. It's not one system. It's the relationship between several systems. At its core, it includes fascia, the continuous connective tissue web that surrounds and penetrates everything. Transmits mechanical force, vibration, and information. Rich in sensory receptors and acts like the structural and informational fabric of the body. Fascia is often the physical backbone of what people intuitively feel as a lattice. Lymphatic system, fluid intelligence, drainage, immune signaling. Moves through fascial planes, responds to breath, movement, sound, and vibration. Carries biochemical information and clears noise from the system. Think of lymph as the flowing intelligence moving through the lattice. Nervous system, electrical signaling. Perception. Safety, regulation. Interfaces directly with fascia and lymph. Determines whether the lattice is in defense or coherence. The nervous system is the tuning mechanism of the lattice. The living lattice is not just anatomy, but interoceptive intelligence, fascia plus lymph plus nerves. Embedded in the extracellular matrix, guided by bioelectric signals. Responsive to sound, frequency, pressure, and presence. So the living lattice is where structure, fluid, electricity, and awareness meet and self-organize. That's why sound works so well. It doesn't target one system. It entrains the relationships between them. The gut and brain are in constant communication through the vagus nerve, immune signaling, hormones, and microbial metabolites. What's often missed is this: most of the information flows from the gut to the brain, not the other way around. This means chronic gut inflammation can narrow perception. Plus stress can directly alter digestion. And changes in the microbiome can affect mood and emotional tone. The brain is listening, even when we are not. The enteric nervous system isn't fragile. But under chronic stress, trauma, or overload, something subtle happens. The body learns it's not safe to feel. Signals from the gut don't disappear, they reroute. They show up as digestive distress, anxiety, hypervigilance, fatigue, a constant sense of urgency, or contraction. This isn't dysfunction. It's adaptation without resolution. The conversation didn't stop. It just became distorted. Here is where the idea of the lattice becomes essential. The lattice is not a new system. It is the relational intelligence that allows systems to speak to one another. Gut, heart, breath, fascia, nervous system, awareness. When the lattice is coherent, signals move laterally. Not hierarchically, sensation becomes information. Not a threat. The gut doesn't shout. It informs intuition. Feels quiet, grounded. and trustworthy. This isn't about activating anything. It's about restoring permission to listen. Sound is uniquely suited to lattice restoration because it bypasses cognitive control, enters through rhythm and timing, engages the vagus nerve directly, and organizes without requiring insight or effort. Sound doesn't tell the body what to do. It creates conditions where coherence can re-emerge. The enteric nervous system responds, not to explanation, but to resonance. This is why sound-based experiences can restore communication even when words fail. Practices that support this restored conversation are gentle and relational, slow, rhythmic breathing, mindful eating, fiber, rich, and fermented foods, abdominal awareness, sound environments that invite safety. None of these are about control. They are about allowing the body to remember how to coordinate itself. When the gut is inflamed, perception narrows. When digestion is coherent, awareness widens. Intuition isn't something we develop. It's something that returns when interference quiets. The body already knows how to listen. The lattice simply restores the conversation. In closing, awakening the lattice is not about becoming something new, but about remembering the intelligence already woven through the body.